It's my personal experience here in Connecticut is how the Turkish community has really reached out to the interfaith community. Whether it's Abraham's table, where we have discussions about things that we have in common. We've gotten together here in the synagogue for an iftar with 100 people from the Turkish community sharing. I remember the first time we did it, we had a conversation with representatives from the Christian community, the Jewish community, and the Muslim community about fasting, the tradition of fasting, what fasting means in our different traditions, and how that enabled us to see the commonality, while differences, obviously, some of them ethnic differences, cultural differences that we bring, but at the same time, the underneath it all are these commonalities. And it was really the community, the Turkish community from West Haven, that I think were really the promoters of this kind of thing, and I'm assuming that also reflects the followers of Imam Gulen. My understanding is that he comes from the Turkish Muslim community, and he lives here now in the United States. And from what I've read of his writings and the writings of others, people who follow him, he is someone who focuses on the idea of the peaceful nature of the Islamic tradition. And that's very important, and strongly believes that the way to get that message out is through education. So what I've seen and what I've heard really are his promoting of the teaching of the peaceful nature of humanity, of all of humanity, and what his tradition has to say about that. The thing that affected me the most, I think, is meeting with people who are followers, if that's the correct word, are followers of him, and the peaceful nature of those people. Also, as a member of the Jewish community, his comments about the tragedy that occurred outside Gaza a number of years ago, and his concern that rather than being provocative, as we believe the government had been, that he really wanted to seek avenues for peace, to build bridges and not to build walls, as they say. And that was very important, and he was unwavering in his in the power of his comments with respect to those events. And of course, I'm talking about the ship that came there, and unfortunately the tragedy of the death of some of the people on that ship. So that had a profound effect on me, to be able to read that and to see that there are voices in the community, in the Muslim community, that are willing to speak out. I think said a great deal about him and what underlies his real feelings about peace.